Early Chinese settlers set up a sugar plantation at the fringes of Kolkata, and the Hakka population increased as they saw job opportunities working the ports of the city. There's a story in town that saw the birth of a cuisine that is unique to Kolkata. To find out more about it, I head to India's only Chinatown, locally known as Tangra. It's a bit of a stretch calling it a Chinatown. Other than a few Chinese residents putting around on scooters and this token gate, there's no indication that this is actually a Chinatown. It sorta is, but it isn't. These large buildings that you see are actually now defunct leather tanneries. The established Chinese had taken over the trade of leather, something Hindus weren't too keen on. Well, business was booming until the government decided that the toxic runoff was too hazardous for the nearby neighborhoods. What was a large industry and a way of life for many Chinese was brought to an abrupt end.
It was pandemonium. The families were scrambling for a solution, and they did find one. Pretty innovative, actually. They decided that anybody in the family with any sort of cooking expertise, well, guess what? They became the restaurant chef.
With such large spaces, a restaurant was the best idea to pivot to, and it became a success. But why and how? Well, I'm headed to Golden Joy to find out. At one of these defunct tanneries turned restaurants, it's an explosively popular restaurant where locals can't get enough of its fusion food.
Actual Cantonese যে খাবার ওতে বেশি মশলা ইউজ হয় না ইন্ডিয়ান খাবারে বেশি ইউজ হয় আসল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্ট হচ্ছে garlic আর chili. So what I got from that is Cantonese cuisine in its original preparation form wouldn't suit the Indian palate. It's too mild, too subdued. So what they've done here is infuse as much garlic and chili into the equation as possible to create its own niche called Indo-Chinese. I'm so excited. What we have here is a big-ass tiger prawn. We saw this guy get flayed open, cleaned out, dipped in the dry rub, fried, and now it's done to perfection. This is what they call their signature hot garlic sauce, and let's see if it lives up to its name. It's basically used as a dipping agent for everything that you see fried here. Golden, crispy perfection. By itself, it doesn't have much going on, but the kicker is this hot garlic sauce, and it is hot. They figured out early what works for them, what would work for the local palate. Chili, garlic, and they just blasted it on. Sweet but not over the top, tangy, super garlicky, a little bit spicy. This works so well with that crunchy, crusty exterior, the batter. Then you have this tender, perfectly cooked prawn, tiger prawn. Yet another popular item, chili garlic chicken with red peppers. If you're a fan of chilies, which I am, this is it. This is amazing. Look at all that garlic. Getting all sniffly from the chili, but worth it. It's really interesting trying a cuisine that has its inception, its very roots right here. The best of two different nations, Indo-Chinese, and man, what a fusion it is. I highly recommend it. All right, now this is how Calcutta does its noodles. We got dry Hakka style noodles, and then that is accompanied with a wet chicken gravy. In this case, it's called Szechuan chicken gravy. Slather that on. So that's how they do it. And together, they should be something fantastic. You've got that wok fried flavor infused into the dry Hakka noodles. Shredded chicken in there, some greens, some crunchy carrots. Characteristic of Indo-Chinese cuisine. When you add that gravy dish onto the dry noodles, which is tasty by itself, oh, it's just an explosion of flavor. Man, this is Chinese food unlike any other that I've had. Bold. If there's a way to describe this cuisine, I would say bold. Bold in its origin. It was born out of necessity. Bold in its flavors. It's not shy. It's all about chili, garlic, and it's not like I've had probably 4 or 5 dishes now. I haven't hit the wall when it comes to grease level. It's not super greasy, it's just chock-a-block full of flavor, and to me that's what it's all about, flavor.
It's an awesome experience to try supremely tasty cuisine that was birthed out of necessity, combining the best of 2 distinctly different cuisines and forging something entirely new. Tangra-style Indo-Chinese has become so popular that there are now restaurants found in New York as well as Canada. Guess where all these chefs hail from? This neighborhood right here.